Australia against Pakistan, the second of the double-header matches at the Gabba this weekend. Welcome to the highlights. The team cards for today's match, the Australians have included Peter Taylor. He was injured. He went through 2 fitness tests. That was the injury suffered when Viv Richards hit that ball back with tremendous power in Melbourne. 5 stitches in the finger, but he is playing today. That is a good, strong side. Pakistan, for their part, have gone in with Shoaib Mohammed batting at number 3. They come fresh from their great victory against West Indies on this same ground yesterday. And the points table in the Benson Hedges World Series Cup, West Indies have 10 points. Australia have done well with 4, and they have a game in hand of Pakistan, and perhaps more important, they're slightly ahead on run rate, 4.19 to 4.17. So today's match is absolutely vital to these two teams, Australia and Pakistan, and what an incredible start Australia had to today's contest. That's a nice way to start. First ball from Terry Alderman. It didn't get up a great deal. First ball of the match, the second game this doubleheader weekend, and a wicket for Terry Alderman. To tell you about that, Ian Chappell is in the commentary box, and with him is Bill Lowen.
Thanks, Richie. And this one has crept a little bit low, an inside edge. And what a great start for Terry Alderman and the Australians. So 1 down for naught. Pakistan in big trouble. That really was a great blow for Terry Alderman and the Australians, Bill.
Yes, Ian. On a fine delivery, the ball seemed to move and then cut back. Rameez Raja bowled neck and crop by Terry Alderman close to the stumps. And it did keep very low.
Well, that's the prize for bowling on the stumps. If something does happen, you're always in with a chance, and that one definitely kept a little low. Probably cut back a fraction. And Rameez is back in the pavilion, having faced just 1 ball. That brings Amar Malik to the crease, and he's been in tremendous form. Got a 70 yesterday, got a 90 against the West Indies over in Perth. On he's bowled him as well. What an amazing start. Off stump right out of the ground, and Terry Alderman is on a hat-trick, and a hat-trick of bowls he could make it.
You can't do any better than that. Straight at the stumps, the batsman playing back was late. The ball kept a fraction low, took the off stump. Amar Malik could not believe it. The man who scored 90 against Australia at the Waugh 75 yesterday bowled neck and crop, and a sensational start at the Gabba for Terry Alderman.
And that was the off cutter as well, so we've seen 2 off cutters from Terry Alderman, and both of them spot on.
Cannot believe the start. Terry Alderman getting the ball to cut back. He was late with the shot, nowhere near it. His feet weren't moving, and the off stump is put back. And look at the disbelief. The look of disbelief on the face of the batsman. He doesn't want to go.
Well, I can't understand that. The first thing you want to do when you've been bowled, 1, you don't look behind you, and 2, you get off as quick as you can. Don't know what you want to hang around for. You don't need to look around. Once you hear that noise, you know what's happened, and you don't want to see that disaster behind you.
Terry Alderman on a hat-trick, bowling to Javed Miandad, the ace batsman for Pakistan.
Javed gets the bat on one, probably quite relieved, shaking his head. I don't think he can believe the fact that he's out there. But Terry Alderman, even with that one, had it right on line. Well,
yes.
It's Shoaib's birthday, and what a day for him. Just outside the line of off stump, but geez, line's good this morning.
It's very, very good, and the ball's not bouncing all that much, which gives umpire Randall a real chance of judging the LBWs as far as height is concerned. It just struck him outside the line. It certainly would have hit the stumps. So Terry Alderman getting the ball to cut back. He hasn't bowled a real outswinger yet, which is his best delivery normally. The two off cutters have taken the off stump.
Well, that's a lot closer. Might have just been a fraction high, but it was certainly in line.
Well, the difference between bowling wides down the leg side is evident this morning. This first over and second over from Alderman, the ball right at the stumps and moving off the seam.
6 to Shoaib and 5 to Javed. Great shot. He's played 2 fine shots in the last 2 overs, Shoaib. The pull shot and that on drive. That was an excellent shot.
Ball just on the middle leg stump. Clipped it away beautifully.
Lovely shot. Timed it really well. And it goes for 4 through mid-on. So Javed Miandad continuing in the form we've seen from him this season.
Craig McDermott just over pitching here. Javed taking full advantage of it, smashing it down the ground for a fine on drive, and 4 more runs to the Pakistan score.
So here's Simon O'Donnell now to Shoaib Mohammed. Seemed to have hit it, and also seemed to be heading down leg side.
Yes, I think he got a fair bit of bat on this delivery, Tony. There's a fair bit of... Yes, he just inside edged it. Plus, it would have missed leg stump anyway.
Lovely shot. That's a beautiful cover drive. He just eased on it. And Jones collides with the fence, takes a big knock. The ball crashes into it as well and goes for 4.
Very fine cover drive here from Mohammed. Just lent on the ball racing away over the Gabba outfield, and the outfield is in superb nick. And nearly a disastrous ending there for a few people behind.
Alderman has come off, so Stephen Waugh comes on to replace him.
That's lovely timing. Shoaib really does time that ball square of the wicket on the offside very well. Javed's looking for 3. And Shoaib's in trouble. Oh, and that's it. Messed it up by Waugh there. He's deflected the ball straight into the face of Wood. He should really have left it alone. Wood was standing over the top of the stumps, and I think Waugh put his hand up, deflected the ball straight into Wood's face, and really, worse than the fact that he's hurt his jaw, they really missed out on a really straightforward run-out opportunity.
I wouldn't have believed this if I hadn't seen all the chances and mishmashes going on down in Melbourne the other night. Goodness gracious me. Valuable runs, good delivery from Stephen Waugh, didn't deserve that. And it's 2 for 57. That's nicely placed by Javed. That's well run.
Two for 60 the total. Javed has 26, Shoaib 28.
That's a very good slower ball from Simon O'Donnell, well bowled. Deceived the batsman, had him playing too early, found the leading edge. That is an excellent piece of bowling from O'Donnell. Shoaib Mohammed deceived there, and another wicket goes down.
Yes, he's bowling the slow ball very well. He bowls it rather like a leg cutter, and that certainly did fix up the little fella Shoaib. In the air it went, and that catch taken by Marsh quite comfortably at mid-on. So a good little innings there from Shoaib. He's out now for 29, and Pakistan 3 for 64.
Ijaz joins Javed. Nice deflection by Javed. Opened the face. That could well be 4.
Very fine deflection there from Javed, Miandad. Great little shot.
So here's Peter Taylor to Javed. Just the single.
Another good performance from Javed. He's a consistent player. Almost enjoys coming in when Pakistan are in trouble, I think. The way he plays, he seems to love a battle.
He's got that away really well. That's 4. Picked it up, lifted it over mid-wicket to bring up the 100 for Pakistan. They're 3 for 102 in the 30th over. 181 deliveries to get to the 100. Very similar to the situation yesterday when they took 185 deliveries to reach the 100 against the West Indies. But on that occasion, of course, they were appreciably assisted by wides and no balls. Border to Ijaz, and Ijaz has cracked that really well. He's found a gap, not much of it, but 4 runs. It's a good shot by Ijaz.
He's got very good placement as well as good timing. Ijaz, he's hit a boundary a few overs ago from Peter Taylor, and it was an excellent example of placement and timing, just as that was. And it would appear that the tactics are for Javed to go on playing the sheet anchor role, picking up his singles and twos, with Ijaz being the man who is going to take the long handle, with Allan Border bowling his spinners.
Could be out here, he's gone. Javed, run out. He was so sure there was a single. He was ambling down, didn't heed the call of Ijaz initially, and that is a crucial break for Australia.
Javed wasn't even worried about his partner until he suddenly looked up and saw that he wasn't coming, and boy, he was annoyed with him then. Another excellent innings from Javed. He's out for 54. The 4th wicket is down for 124 as drinks come onto the ground.
So Saleh Malik, who's got off the mark right away, is out of sorts recently, has been dropped down the order now, and he faces Mcdermott. One of the other effects of Javed Miandad's departure is that the running will not be quite as alert. He is a very good runner between the wickets. Very unusual to find him being run out. And he does initiate the quick singles far better than most of his teammates. He's brought him fine, but not fine enough to cut that one off. Outside edge, very fine to third man, 4 for 130 at the end of 35. So Allan Border takes himself off. Peter Taylor comes back for him.
And there's that drive again, this time for 4, unless O'Donnell's quick. Beats him. Good shot.
Beautiful batting and beautiful timing. Getting down almost on one knee and hitting that over cover. Not trying to hit to the onside where the defence is. There's 5 on the onside. Some intelligent batting from Salim here. Opens himself out a bit and down on the knee. Over cover. A good over. We'll try and give the strike to Salim Malik, who does play spin very well.
And that's the break they needed. It was a good shot. He got it right off the meat of the bat. David Boone took the catch. That was the breakthrough that was essential for Australia's chances.
It was going to be 4. He whipped it off his pads, but straight to David Boones, took a sharp catch, backward square leg, and Peter Taylor has broken through a vital wicket. Fine innings, 41 off 50 deliveries. It's 5 for 152.
To Salim, 1 to Imran. O'Donnell to bowl. Beautiful shot.
Wow, talk about reflexes and timing. That ball wasn't all that short. It was short enough, but he just moved into position so quickly and just whipped it up the front foot over mid-wicket for 4. Crashing pull shot.
Got it. Good catch. He hit that like a rocket. I would need to see the replay from front on. I just have a feeling that it was so hard that O'Donnell didn't actually get his hands to it the first time. It might have bounced off his chest, but the only way we'll see that is from another angle. That's a beautiful reflex job from O'Donnell. 6 for 158. Salim Yusuf, the wicketkeeper, comes out now to join Imran Khan. Oh, that's beautifully bowled. That's slow ball. That's 2 wickets he's got on today. Picked up Shoaib Mohammed early on, and again there, having the batsman play too soon. That wasn't a leading edge. Came off the full face of the bat, but it was beautifully bowled by Simon O'Donnell.
Yes, Yusuf making the charge. Didn't pick up the slower delivery, but at the full face of the bat. There's the roll of the wrist. He's not to the pitch. Straight down Mcdermott's throat. Fine piece of bowling. Good change of pace. And a vital wicket.
A good wicket for Simon O'Donnell there. Brings
7 for 167.
to the crease now. Wasim Akram.
Run rate now 3.9. It's nicely placed. They'll get 2 here. There is 3.97. Immediate update every ball. And this is the 44th over of a 50-over game. Oh, well done. Nicely caught, and the batsman there seems to have some doubt. Either he's totally mystified or he's beginning to gain some respect for Taylor's ability to catch off his own bowling. He hardly ever misses them.
Imran doesn't look too happy there either. Akram digs it out and just spoons it straight back to Peter Taylor, who says thanks very much.
Yes, he loves taking those catches, and stitches or no stitches, he doesn't make mistake. Wasim Akram out for 4 of 7 balls. Pakistan now 8 for 173. And it's going to be Alderman who started the problems for Pakistan earlier today. He's hit that high and straight down the ground, and that's a big 6. It's a huge 6. It's onto the roof, straight down the ground. Boy, not only is he strong, he's got a good bat, and when he hits them, they stay hit.
That was a magnificent hit by Imran. In all my years of playing here, I've seen a few, and they've been by usually off slower bowlers, but he has given this one everything. I think after that he might need Abdul Qadir's brace.
He will be going for a big hit here.
Can assure you it landed.
He's hit that one over Boone's head. That'll be 4. Good shot. And that brings up the 200 for Pakistan.
Just backs away a bit there and whack. Hit it fairly well there. Straight into the boundary for 4. 203.
He's hit that one to Boone, who's got him. No, it's not, it's Border. Border's taken the catch off the last ball of the innings. Imran out. And so the Pakistanis remain on 203.
Welcome back. And Pakistan couldn't quite do what they did yesterday. Imran out in the very last ball of the innings, but it was a pretty good effort after that horrible start they had with the wickets going from the first 2 balls to finish up as they did. 9 for 203. Last man out, Imran Khan, caught border bowled Allan for 28. Made from 30 balls, that's still a very good strike rate. And once again, it was Javed Miandad who steered them out of trouble. 54 and 107 balls faced. A good knock from Ijaz, Salim Malik, and then Imran at the end. 9 for 203. Nothing like yesterday's heroics against the West Indians. And the bowling figures for Australia. A good effort from all those fellas. Alderman 3 for 27 after that sensational start. 3 for 31, Simon O'Donnell. I thought that's the best bowling he's produced so far. And Peter Taylor, a brave performance, 2 for 48 in 10 overs. The others were wicketless, but they bowled well and the fielding was very good. So 204 to win for Australia. They have a full 50 overs in which to do it. Not easy against this Pakistan bowling attack, but this is a very good batting pitch.
That's well hit. That's a good way to get off the mark for David Boone. And now Imran is making a further field adjustment.
And I think this is something that Javed suggested to Imran before he bowled the first ball even. And this will be the case with David Boone. David Boone's such a good player of the pull shot that Javed suggested to him that he have the 2 men back on the onside. That's the 2 men outside.
Lovely shot by Boone. The ball swung into him and he hit through the line and thumped it down the ground.
Excellent shot there from David Boone. Really hit right through the ball.
Boone and Marsh, and it's
look
Imran.
At Javed here as he chases after this ball.
Shot, 4 runs. Came down on it, cut it away well. Ball wide of off stump.
Probably Geoff Marsh's favourite shot. It would either be the cut or the cover drive. He plays them both extremely well. That was a marvellous example of his cutting ability.
Must have been very close. In fact, it just looked from our position here that he might have been a foot out had that hit.
The replay here, just Marsh tries to glance, it just catches his pad. Keeper fumbles and picks up the throw. Well, it would have been a line ball decision, I think, but doesn't matter now. Both batsmen still remain intact. Score moves on to 34.
Aaqib Javed to bowl his 6th over. Well, there's a good example of what Geoff Thompson was saying.
Aaqib paying the penalty for dropping one a little bit too short here, and especially to David Boone, who likes the pull shot. Straight into it, nobody out there. An easy 4 runs. Australia moves on to 41.
Change in bowling. Amir Malik, slow medium in pace, and occasionally wobbles it out towards the boundary.
I think Allan might have taken that one just a little bit too casually. Geoff Marsh getting a rank half pitcher and dispatching it through the mid-wicket area. New bowler from the southern end will be Wasim Akram.
That's 4. Wasim Akram pitching short, and Marsh over the top of it. A wonderful start by Boone and Marsh. Good pull shots, square cuts, running well between the wickets. No wicket for 66. And Boone's batting very well. That's a glorious shot. Picked it up, whipped it over square leg. The over bowled. No wicket for 70. Abdulkader. Good shot. Sweeps fine. That's 4.
There's the sweep shot on here because it's pitched outside leg stump, a little bottom edge, and that's got that one away down to fine leg. There's no one down there.
Everything moving along smoothly for Australia at the moment. Aaqib Javed has the ball in his hand. There are field changes. They still have 5 inside the circle. They need more than anything is wickets. A good shot. Oh boy, did he give that something.
So I think the important thing with these two players, Boone and Marsh, was the way they came out today with intent. They were aggressive right from the start. And when you're chasing...
Fielder out there, Ijaz. Beautifully taken. Boone has got that right off the meat of the bat again. Aaqib Javed has picked up the wicket that Pakistan needed so desperately. Ijaz the man out at deep mid-wicket.
Just the way that David Boone looked around as he was walking off the ground. Just for a moment, I got the feeling that he didn't realise there was a fieldsman out there. Or it could have been that he meant to hit the ball in front of square leg a bit more. It was a very good catch by Ijaz, and the first Australian wicket is down with 100 on the board.
Craig Mcdermott is the new batsman. Geoffrey Marsh has whipped around, had a look at the scoreboard just to make certain his eyes weren't playing him tricks. But it is Craig Mcdermott. Well, I hope this works. They're trying to get the run rate up because that could be of importance in various circumstances in these preliminary games if they finish level on points with Pakistan. I hope it works. I've never seen it work so far, but it'd be nice to be present at the ground the day it does. It needs Mcdermott to hit a very quick 20 or something like a dozen deliveries. And then, of course, it needs Australia not to lose the match. Now, 2 wickets in 2 balls, the same as happened with Terry Alderman. Marsh comes off now, bowled by Aaqib Javed, who is on a hat-trick, the same as Alderman was today at the very start of the game.
Yes, a very aggressive shot from Geoffrey Marsh. Got the inside edge and knocked it back onto the stumps. And the second Australian wicket is down with the score still at 100. And Aaqib Javed is on a hat-trick.
Jones off the mark. And it's 2 for 101. He's got that away beautifully. There we go. Could this be the day I see it succeed for the first time?
Beautifully timed shot. That's his favourite, hitting away pretty well straight down the ground. On this occasion, he just placed it away wide of mid-off because Salim Malik is fairly straight.
So Wasim Akram comes back. It's in the air, down to long leg, but it's a no ball. So the drop catch just brings the crowd to its feet. It's a no ball. Little Aaqib down there has a bad hand. No ball called for the front foot, I think, but it just as well could have been called for the over the shoulder. And that's rare. 4 runs through the covers. There's no one back in the sweeper position. A position that has almost become mandatory in the limited overs game and is now going to be placed.
Appears that Imran went to sleep there, because now the man is going back and the mid-off coming inside the circle.
Rameez Raja. Wasim Akram is out of sorts today. Hasn't been anything near his best. Looking for a second here again. And getting it quite easily. So the Australian scoring rate has started to pick back up. Bowled him with the Yorker. Akram has produced that ball so frequently in the competition, and the Yorker through Jones.
Yes, he goes around the wicket. Immediate result. A well pitched up delivery. He's been far too short today, but this one, there it is, it swings in. Jones committed to hit to the onside, bowled for 16. Three for 128.
Mcdermott now to face the bowling of Akram. Good hit. That's a magnificent hit by Craig Mcdermott. Right over long off. He's a big, strong fellow, Mcdermott. That's why he's been sent out there early. Picked it up beautifully.
Yes, that was sweetly timed. It's a half volley. Hit straight through the line. He's around the wicket, the left armour. On the up. Straight into the members. A big hit.
Top edge for 4. Just enough bat onto it. Wasim Akram really, for once, bowling well below his best.
Craig Mcdermott really going after this one. Thick edge. 4 runs. Mcdermott moving to 21.
And he's got hold of that one. Going one bounce into the boundary. This is bad bowling by Wasim Akram and quite uncharacteristic.
It's far too short. Craig Mcdermott does like to hit the ball through the mid-wicket area. There's the bowler halfway. Picked it up beautifully. A big hit. One bounce over the fence.
And now a full toss, which is put away down between the 2 fielders, and it goes for 4. We haven't seen Wasim Akram bowl this badly all season. The Australians are taking advantage of it. It's 3 for 160.
This is going to be Carter's last over. Oh, and that's a good ball. It's bowled him a beautiful googly. Not picked by Craig Mcdermott. And he's got him without any trouble at all. This is going to really be an interesting replay to see how Craig Mcdermott here was completely and utterly confused by this googly.
Abdul doing nicely with the wrong in there. Off Craig's legs, back on his off stump. But a very good innings, just on the same note, by Craig Mcdermott. It was just what the captain needed. A few of us didn't agree with it at the time, but he did well.
So Allan Border, the new batsman, this crowd have been waiting for Border to come in. They've been chanting Border for a while now. His highest score in one-day cricket, 127 not out.
And I don't think he'll need much of that today, Tony. But obviously the Boys have been waiting on the hill for Allan all day. They've been yelling out there for ages, and now they've got him. And I just, that's right, just hope he stays there and gives them a little bit of excitement.
That's well bowled. I think that might have been a googly too, but a good shot there from Waugh. He's a good player of spinners. Backward comes for the second. Google and pitched outside leg stump. Waugh goes for the big hit. He may have got a bottom edge on that. It's going down towards the boundary. Will the fieldsman cut it off? Yes, he has. That's well fielded. It's not easy down there, the pole and that side screen. 36 overs have been bowled. Australia 4 for 168. Wood has 8, Border 4. And Imran is going to continue. Two left-handers out there at the moment. Shy at the stumps, and that's got to be out. Yes, a magnificent throw there. Wood looks around rather surprised, but umpire Randell there had gone running away quite a long way. They normally go the other side, but he'd gone away from the direction of the ball, and he had no hesitation in giving it out.
Graham Wood whacks this one pretty well, straight to mid-on, takes off, good pick up and throw, and just might have been out of his ground there. Very good decision by umpire Randell there. He ran with his back to the sun so he could get a good view. Australia 5 for 168.
That's a good better shot, musty timed. And that's not a great effort by Carter down there. He's not going to get into the Manchester United lineup.
No, I think he's just done his contract in. His football career. Maybe his cricket career too, by the look of Imran's face. Allan Border just leaning into that one. Oh, Abdul not putting in the big ones there his captain would have liked, I think. 4 runs resulting to Allan Border.
That's nicely timed and well placed.
Played that shot at the Melbourne Cricket Ground, sweeping the off spinner. He does hit it hard in front of square leg, or over square leg, Stephen Waugh, with the flat bat. Hits it from round about off stump, the ball coming in, and whips it over square leg.
And Wasim Akram has been recalled.
Fine shot.
Australia need just 5 runs for victory. Their current run rate is very important, 4.52. And that'll add to it. A boundary from the first ball.
He has dropped short today, wasn't Akram, but it was a superb back cut. He does hit it with tremendous power. Finds a gap.
Imran now brings up the fine leg inside the circle. There's the single, which brings Australia a 5-wicket victory. And a well-deserved victory. They played extremely well, the Australians, and they started with the first ball. Wickets on first 2 deliveries of the game really set the Australians off on the right foot, and they've managed to pick up 2 points and an increase in their overall run rate.
Good win for Australia. Just 1 or 2 little hiccups here and there, but basically it was a good effort in batting, bowling and fielding departments. Just to look at their card now, they did it comfortably. Mcdermott put in there at the top of the order, number 3, after the first wicket fell, got 32 from 33 balls. That was for the run rate situation. and a good even scorecard all the way down. Nice opening stand between Boone and Marsh. They put on exactly 100 from 135 balls. 5 for 204, with Stephen Waugh coming in at the end. And Allan will appreciate the chance to get out there and bat, even if it's only for the 26 deliveries there, just get his feet moving and start to time the ball. He made 18 in that partnership with Waugh, and they put on 36 from 51 balls. They got the runs in 44.5 overs, and the Pakistan bowling figures, well, that's a fair reflection of what happened. It was disappointing for them that Wasim Akram chose today to turn in his worst bowling performance of the tour. 8.5 overs, no maiden, 1 for 70. He was all over the place, even though he bowled with plenty of pace. Abdul Qadir, I thought, bowled extremely well. 10 overs, 1 maiden, 1 for 26. Imran bowled well, 2 for 38 for Aaqib. Javed, he is improving all the time, and there were 12 wides bowled in that total there. So Tony Greig is down in the presentation area now. With him, he has the two skippers, Allan and Imran Khan, together with the man of the match.
Thank you, Richie. The Australian Cricket Board have allocated $500, $5,000 again out of that Benson & Hedges kitty, and $3,000 have gone to Allan Border. Congratulations, a good win for Australia.
Excellent win, I thought. Right from the first couple of balls, we put Pakistan on the back foot, and we played very well right from that point.
And more like a decent wicket as well for one-day cricket.
Well, I thought it was a very good one-day wicket. A little bit slower than the ideal, but I mean, you're penny pinching to get too much wrong with that wicket.
No. What was the thought behind sending Craig McDermott in up the order?
Well, we've done it a few times batting first in the past. I just wanted to experiment chasing runs just to see, whether someone going in having a bit of a whack at the ball make any difference to run rates or, whatever. Just an experiment, and it sort of worked today, but more often than not, it doesn't.
So almost into the final now. You're aware that you improved, obviously, where you improved your run rate today, which means now that Pakistan have to beat you on Tuesday night and improve their run rate above yours.
Well, don't want to count our chickens because the Pakistani side, very good side. So, anything can happen in one-day cricket. So
better go away, have a beer and get the calculator out.
That's right, yeah.
Right. Well played today. Congratulations. Well, Imran Khan, there's $1,500. Bad luck today. How are the walking wounded?
Yeah, we've got injuries, and there doesn't seem to be enough time really for most of us to be fully fit for Melbourne.
But it's all or nothing now Tuesday night.
Obviously, I mean, that's why we've risked playing bowlers like Abdul Qadir, who's not fully fit. Myself, I mean, I'm struggling, and one or two others. But we've got no choice.
Good luck at Tuesday night.
Thank you.
Good one. Right, well, I've also got this Benson & Hedges gold goblets. Well, there's 4 of them, actually. These Benson & Hedges gold goblets, and $500, and the man of the match today, Terry Alderman. Congratulations.
Thanks, Tony.
Those first 2 wickets brought a smile to your face and indeed to the whole team's face.
Yeah, that's a good way to start a one-day game because bowlers don't often figure in too many wickets.
You enjoying being back in the legitimate, on the legitimate scene again? Did you ever think you'd play for Australia after going to South Africa?
Oh, there was that thought, but, I've worked pretty hard and
it's going really well.
That's right.
Yeah, well, congratulations. It's made a big difference to the side, and we look forward to Tuesday night.
Thanks, Tony.
Thank you very much. Well, there we are, Rich. That's all from Dave here.
Thanks, Tony. That's the Benson & Hedges World Series Cup points table as it stands, with just the 2 matches to go. West Indies have 10, Australia 6, and a game in hand of Pakistan, and that run rate was pushed forward from 4.19 to 4.24 today, and that could be very, very valuable to Australia.